Hello guys, come on in. This is Deb with Art and Grace. Let me just check to be sure we are live. And if you pop on here and see me, let me know you're watching. Okay, I found us. Here we go. Hello guys, come on in. I'm starting just a minute early to give everybody time to get here and get us sprinkled over to where we're supposed to be. My name is Deb with Art and Grace. I'm here in Texas where it is hot as blue blazes, as we say. And this is my portion for the Purely Patriotic mini event that's put on by Sheila of Sweetie's Creations and Decor and Cheryl of M&C Treasures. So come on in. Hi Jill. Hi Cheryl. How are you guys today? I'm going to kind of get started, but not doing anything fancy. I'm just going to start kind of getting my design on this canvas while y'all are coming in and saying hi. And that will just speed things along a little bit. Hello Lori. Hi Marcia. Hi Kim. I'm so happy y'all are here. I know we have a lot going on today all over Facebook, and so it's really hard to support all your friends, but we appreciate you being here, and we are trying to all support some of the newer crafters and get their pages built up a little bit. So it's been a really fun day for that, and I think we're all getting to know some new friends and get them sprinkled out there. You know how it is. It's just hard at first, so you need a little help. As you see, I am not technical. I'm just kind of getting this fairly centered, but if you want to really work on it and get it perfect, do that. I am more whimsical, so I almost just free-handed it without even using a ruler, but I did just get a ruler out while we were just getting started. Hi Christy, thank you for sprinkling. Hi Cynthia. Hi Sydney. Thank you guys for sprinkling. Hi Gloria. And I just heard today we're not even supposed to say that word. I don't know what we're going to say anymore. Thunderstorms in Indiana. I'm sorry. It's awful hot and sunny here in Texas. Happy day, Sherry. Hi, Sparky Chris. I saw you at church this morning. Hello, Cheryl. And yes, let us know where you are. I love seeing the states that you guys represent. And this is a patriotic event, so you may be watching and you're not from the USA. That's okay. You know, you don't have to be from the USA to enjoy our event and enjoy chatting with us. So come on in. I don't have my camera on me today because I wanted to have a really good view of this, station. It's really hard to show you exactly what I'm doing, especially since I'm going to be doing resin and some glass work here. Hello, thank you guys. I'm excited that you're here, Carrie. Glad to see you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get started as everybody else is coming in and saying hi. And I do give you my word. I will go back and talk to you guys and say hi back. Give me a day or two because they only let us comment so many on the first day, and then you can do some more on the next day. But I'm going to get out some of this paint. I've got Royal Navy from DecoArt and Primary Red, also DecoArt. Hi Crafting and Grace. How are you, Debbie? Tornado watch in Kentucky. Oh darn. We don't like that kind of weather or that time of year, but it happens, and we pray for everybody to just that it would not be as bad as they sometimes expect it to be. I always pray that it'll dissipate. I'm glad y'all are here. Come on in, keep coming in, and keep letting us know where you're watching from. I'm going to get a flat brush. This is a pretty small one because we've got a small palette today. This is a 4-inch by 12-inch, which I really love to use. Hi Jennifer, how are you today? I've been trying to go back and forth and see some of you guys too. There's a lot of things happening today. And of course, church, and it's just a busy day. All good, not anything, when I say busy, it's all fun stuff. But we're going to get a little whimsical flag. So I did use a pencil and a ruler. I didn't really measure too much. I just kind of wanted it somewhat center. And again, if you guys are perfectionists, then take your time and really get it measured well. But I just kind of eyeball it a lot and go with it. And I'm just going to get this paint has the best coverage, if you ask me, for for just craft paint that's very inexpensive. When this goes on sale at Michael's, I can get it for about $1 a bottle or $1.10 at the most. So if you're not getting your over 55 discount, you need to get that. You just go on their website and sign up. You know, it's where you make an account. You can go in and edit it to put your birth date. And if you are in the military or have a military family member, or I think a teacher, or if you're over 55, you get a 10% discount. So when you do that on top of their coupons, then that's actually really a good deal. So that's my little pro tip for you if you didn't know that. Hi, Carol. Y'all keep saying hi and I'll see you in a minute. You know how it is. Like I pop up and look and just one comment will be sitting there. But anyway, I like to give that little tip because there's always people that didn't know Michael's does that. And we have a Michael's really close to us, so I shop there a lot. Hi, Connie. How are you today? I know you're hot in Louisiana, right? It is just sweltering. And our church air conditioner went out on the upper floor. And we are a very small people. So it's a church that has been around for a long, long time. And back in the heyday of the 80s, it was a big church. And we are just a few people trying to maintain this big building. And it's really, really, really difficult. So anyway, we're really praying that we can get, get it repaired and not have to replace, because we're not sure what we'll do if it has to be replaced. One of those things. Yes, it's just so hot. You honestly can't be outside unless you have a pool. Okay, here's another little tip. If you haven't watched me before or don't know, if you'll take a paper towel or a rag and squeeze out all that paint that you have in there. Hi, Tony McGee. Then when you go to clean your brush in your water, you get much less. My water would be completely dark if I had not done that. So now it's going to be much easier for me to get that brush clean for the next round. So there's a little tip for you. Hot in North Carolina. I guess it's just hot everywhere. Hi, Mary. Hi, Jermaine. The blue's gorgeous. This one is Royal Navy, and I do love it. And then this one is Primary Red. So we're going to get this flag painted pretty quick, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to have. A couple options. I'm going to let y'all help me decide. But this is a super quick project, which you know I love, because I like that immediate gratification. I like to not have to wait or spend multiple days on something. So I can do several of these in one day and then let the resin cure overnight. Of course, if you don't want to resin it, no problem. You're done after you paint it. And it's super cute. I think this size of canvas is fun to use. I'm just that way. I like kind of the odd sizes. You know, most people use 8 by 10, 11 by 14. So I like different sizes. And I like, like doing the flag this way instead of like a typical flag. So you can do whatever you want. There's no wrong way in art, I'll tell you that. Now red, I just put my finger in that. See that? There's a good old fingerprint. We'll fix it, no problem. I get these at Michael's. They have them at any art store or, any big art store. But I do get these at Michael's. I like this size. It's got a 1.5 inch frame, which makes it really sturdy. So when I do my resin art on them, it can withstand it. If I go much bigger, I will go to wood. I don't really like doing my glass art on canvas once it gets big. It's much better, I think, to do it on wood. Okay. So that's one stripe. We're going to get another. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is actually going to be like a Texas flag. You can do any flag you choose. Let's see. And as you notice, I'm not super particular about being on the line or it being perfectly straight, because once you get everything done and you get your glass and resin on, nobody's going to notice if it's just a little off. So don't stress it. If you have a shaky hand, just take your time, go a little bit slow along that line. But like I said, it really won't show, and I'm going to show you all that. It won't show once we get our glass on. Hello, Lynn. You were able to stock up at those? Oh, that's good. Buy one, get two free. That is a great deal. Sometimes they're only buy one, get one free. And I really get bummed when I have to pay something like that, because they do go cheaper. But, you know, if it's June and you need some and they're not going to go cheaper until, say, November, then what are you going to do? So, yeah, I don't have any storage. The house we're in, we downsized, and we really didn't think it through very well, because you know how it is. You still have a lot of stuff, and a crafter, artist, we have lots of stuff. So it really, downsizing wasn't probably the best thing. Okay, I tell you what I didn't think to do is I didn't think to put a stripe on my side, so I'm going to do that now. And I am going to kind of put it along the side here and make just a faint little line. So I'm lining this up with the bottom of the canvas, and I'm trying not to make too dark of a line, and we're going to paint this red here. Because I do like my designs to carry over to the side. Y'all see okay? Ended up with 9. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the time to do it. And if you have a place to store them, even if you can put them in a plastic tub in your garage or somewhere, that is a great thing to do. But I just didn't have anywhere. Our garage is packed. We need to have a garage sale. We have, you know, when your kids move, and they've both moved, you know, a couple of times, so then you acquire furniture they don't want anymore. When my mom passed away, I acquired a little bit of hers. When we moved, we kept some stuff we probably shouldn't have, and so our garage is full of all of that we need to do something with, plus just other junk you acquire. It's really crazy, isn't it, how much we hang on to, and before you know it, you can't even walk. Does anybody, am I the only one? Y'all may be going, no, my garage is perfectly spotless. I don't know what you're talking about, lady. But for us, we've got it cram-packed. Okay. I hope just one of y'all tells me, no, our garage is awful too. Let's see, you've got them stacked up on your desk chair. Hi, Lisa. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here and hold this against the bottom and draw me a little faint line. No, it's our building that's crammed. Listen, it's really silly to hang on to so much, but really we do it because, or I did it because I was like, I need time. I didn't want to get rid of my mom's things just willy-nilly without thinking it through. And like my daughter wanted to use her dresser, and you know, I don't know, I wasn't ready to get rid of everything right when she passed, so it's stored. But we're gonna have to do something soon. Glad y'all are all popping in, and I hope you guys have had a fun day. I've found some new crafters that I have really enjoyed that I have not met yet, so I hope you have too. We're all sprinkling them to our groups, so be sure that you are in the Sweet Crafted Treasures event group, which is the group that Sheila and Cheryl have for these events, and to help, you know, everybody grow a little bit. And that's what it's all about, is, you know, we all need help, and you guys know that. We can't get out there or be seen without your help. And so we appreciate y'all being in the group, and then that way you can just refresh. So after me, if you're in that group, you just hit refresh a couple of times and you will see Tracy. She's after me. She's with Craftin' Mom's Corner Market. And so these are just, if you want to, you don't have to put those stripes, but I'm thinking mine will sit like this on a shelf. I may hang it, I'm not sure yet. So I wanted the sides to be done. Okay, let's clean this off. Let me see a few comments. Hi, Virginia from North Carolina. She said, hell, from North Carolina. I know what you meant. Hello, hello. Or it's just that hot. In the summer, it's too hot. Yes, that's exactly what the problem is, Brenda. We didn't get it done, and yes, Debbie, it's a great pen. It is nice. Open at your own risk. That's right. Yep. We have lots of closets that way. Okay, I'm going to touch up where I did my fingerprint. This paint has such good coverage that you can get away with one coat. We're going to put some glass on here, so really the one coat would be totally adequate, but I am just using up what's on my palette. Might as well, right? If it's on my palette, I might as well get it on this canvas and be sure it's got, but it's really excellent coverage. Okay. Thank y'all for the hearts. I love seeing that. Hello from West Virginia, Vicki. How are you today? No, that's okay, Virginia. I knew. Hi, Katana. Is it Katana or Katana? Oh, Annette, thank you for the stars. I appreciate that so much. Okay, I am going to, I wasn't very careful, and this is kind of how I am, is I kind of go fast, and I'm talking, and I'm looking at the computer. Hi, Levada. So I am not real careful. So you can come back with your white and just brush right over anything that, you know, if you're not careful. It's really super easy with acrylic paint to cover over any mistakes. There's nothing permanent unless you want it to be. And let's just clean this up a little bit up here too. Kind of go back down. I am not one for taking my time and going slow and easy. I have to really make myself do that. So see, if I want to take my time and go slow and easy, I could have got a nice clean line and saved this time. But it's okay, it's okay. We are going to cover over our red also. Now here's where you guys need to help me with this decision. I have two kinds of red glass that I can't decide. I put them both on here and took pictures and looked at them and still couldn't decide which one I like better. So I'm going to show you guys, and you guys let me know what you think. So I've got these red little marble looking things that you see at Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby, Michael's. They're vase filler. We can put those all over it, and I'll show you how it looks in just a second. Or I've got chip glass, so it's just little chipped glass, and it's, you know, obviously red. I'm going to dry this while y'all vote. So be voting on which one you think would look better. Did you plan to paint the bottom? I'm not painting the bottom because it'll either hang like this or sit on a shelf. So I'm not doing the bottom. You can do the bottom. There's no reason not to. You like the chip glass, Jennifer says. Ooh, everybody's saying chip. I Okay, well that was easy. I put some of these kits, I only have a few, in my Etsy shop, and I just put both because I couldn't decide which one I liked better. I liked them both. So if anybody wants to make one, you know, just like this, then they're ready to go. I try to make up kits when I do things, because usually I have people ask for them, and it makes it easy. You don't have to go try to find all the supplies if you don't already have a lot of glass art supplies. Okay, so we've got it dry. Let me move my water over here out of my way. Got a very small little desk here, if you hadn't noticed. Now, I have these little wood, where's mine? They're like this, a wood 2-inch star. And now, this doesn't look like 2 inches, but it is from here to here, it says. So let's just, while I have a ruler sitting here, because when I saw this, I was like, that's 2 inches. See, it is technically 2 inches, just about. But it's a very small, but anyway, it was perfect for this. So what I did was I used my multi-purpose sealer. Let me see if I have it handy still. This is what I use on wood or metal or, you know, anything. This, if you will put this on your wood and then paint it, your paint will stay on a lot better. Also, it seals the wood. So I'm going to use, you know, resin with this, and it will seal it so it doesn't soak up the resin and things like that. So anyway, I painted this on my star, and then I painted it white. So I am going to have this here, and then I'm going to put these little white chip beads on top of this, like so, and just pile them up. So we'll do that in a minute, though. What I'm going to do is turn it this way, and tell you what, I think I'm going to put it here like so, like this is where it will be, and I'm going to work my blue around it. And if you get a kit, this is how it comes. I always put my glass, or don't always, but I try to put my glass when I get it, put a bunch into the 1 ounce, you know, I do 1 ounce of it, so it's ready to go for me. And so it makes it easy. So anyway, I'm going to just start placing these pieces down. I like using the big pieces. A lot of times the big pieces don't work, but for something like this, it's perfect. So I'm just going to line the bigger pieces first, kind of around, like so. Hi, Cheryl. I think everybody said chipped. I didn't see. I'm surprised because I like the other two, but I don't think y'all did. That's funny. Either way, though, the chip bead does look good, or chip glass. We sure appreciate Cheryl and Sheila doing these events. They really are difficult to put on. I know that people make it look so easy, and it seems to go so smooth for you guys, but please give them a thank you, and if you see them in the comments, be sure and thank them, because I promise you it's not as easy as it looks. You know, there's always fires to put out. People get sick or have a family member get sick. I'm looking for a few bigger pieces, so you see what I have over here. I just need a couple more big pieces, like, really, even that's not quite, there's a good one. You know, there's just things that happen, so anyway, they make it look easy, but we appreciate them for doing events and inviting us, and hopefully getting you guys introduced to a few new people sometimes. If you're new to me, I'm so happy you're here, and I hope you will hit that button so you'll see me again. I gotta be real careful what I say. It's so funny because I just was telling somebody my reach is so bad. Like, Facebook just doesn't help me at all. And maybe it's because I say the things I'm not supposed to say. I mean, I don't know. Guess it could be. I always thought that we read too much into that and worry too much about it, but maybe it's all true and they're like, nope, she said the blank word, you know. I don't even know what all the bad words are, you know. I know now sprinkle, we can't say sprinkle. We're going to have to come up with another code word. So what should we say? Spread the grace? Some of y'all say that. By the way, I like to place it like I'm placing right now. You know what? You know what? Actually, this isn't how I want to do it. This is not how I want to do my resin and I forgot. Lately, the last, I don't know, month, I've been putting like a really thin layer of resin down and then putting my glass, and it has worked just so well. I think I'm going to do that. So let's get going on our resin. So you saw how fast this was to paint. So don't be afraid to try and paint your flag or whatever, you know, you have in your mind to do. And always wear gloves when you use resin. I use the Art Resin brand, and I'll show you the bottle. But it's a 1-to-1 ratio. I know, isn't that right, Brooke? Yeah, exactly. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so if I put 1/2 an ounce of resin, I need to use 1/2 an ounce of hardener. And you do need to be pretty exact. So what I do is I'll pour one and really watch the line. You can take a Sharpie or something and you can, you know, kind of darken that line because it is very faint, you know. And let's just get this going. Now, once I get close, I'm going to stop and get it down where it'll be level and take another look. Okay. You want it to be the exact amount or else it won't cure properly. And I'm trying to decide if I want a little more than this, or I think I'm just going to, I think I do want more. Hold please. If I have leftover, I actually have some things to resin, so that's why I'm saying. Let me just go ahead and do a little bit more. I'm going to go up to 3/4 of an ounce. So this was my resin. It has a black lid. I'm going to now take this and set it far away from me. And that way, if Ron comes in, the dog barks and pushes the door open, or something happens, my camera falls, then when I sit back down here at my desk, I can know that sitting in this cup is the resin, because the hardener's sitting here and the resin's far away. So you'll want to come up with a few little tricks like that, because promise you, it happens. Things happen. And I've only had one time where I messed it up. Let me be sure I did 3/4 of an ounce. I've only had one time where I messed it up and I did 2 cups of resin and no hardener, and guess what? I just had a soppy mess. So it did not, obviously it's not going to do anything. It's just going to sit there and soak all over your canvas, run all over your table. It doesn't, it's just, so anyway, I'm giving you my tips so that you won't make those mistakes. So we've got 3/4 of an ounce of each. I'm going to put it into a larger cup. I know somebody here is going to tell me they've got my time. Mark both stars and check the boxes. That's right. Oh, I know Christy will have my time. She always has my time, unless she has to go. So I'm going to pour these into a little bit larger cup. This one is just something from the Dollar Tree, but Brooke says she's got it. But you know, just a larger clear cup or plastic cup, that is, works. You can clean all of these out if you want to, and you reuse them. So you would take a paper towel, clean them out really well, and then take a paper towel with some alcohol on it and clean it out again, and it'll be good as new, and you can reuse them. So that will save you even more money because you're reusing your cups. But of course they are technically disposable, but you know, we don't need more plastic in the landfill. So It's smart to reuse. I recycle just about everything. I really feel strongly that we need to. So yeah, if you order from me, you might get some, your packing material might be an Amazon bag. Now this, I'm going to stir gently for 3 solid minutes. And I always say we're not baking a cake, so don't get in here and whip it like we do with a whisk. We're just going to slowly and easily stir together. And when that 3 minutes is up, it will be nice and clear. That's right, Christy. 1 time's enough. If anybody has any questions or comments, it's a good time, and I'm going to watch here what comes through. You know, on the rating isn't the rating just for the video quality? They're just trying to make sure it's not blurry and not sound as bad and things like that. I don't think that you're rating the actual presentation or anything. You're listening very closely. Yay, Mary! Mary's about to really get into resin. And I know Liz has gotten into it. I don't know who else is going to say that I made them get into it. But don't blame me, because it gets a little pricey and it is very addicting. But you will just love your art. It is really fun to use. And what I like about Art Resin brand, no BPAs, no VOCs or COVs, which is abbreviations for the chemicals that are about 27 letters, you know, like those really long names. So I really highly recommend you take your time. Don't just go buy one because you see it at Hobby Lobby. But do your research and be sure you know what chemicals are in it and what those chemicals can do. And you might even take another minute and do a Google search for resin. Let's see, what would be health risks with resin, something like that. Because I tell you, I watched some videos that made me want to cry for the people. So, oh good, yes, I'm glad. There's a ratio, you can make it bendable. I watched some videos of some people that had neurological problems for years after using resin. And so I recommend, you know, with this resin, you do not have to have a respirator or anything. You don't even have to have a mask. You won't smell it unless you really put your nose in it and take a big whiff. It's just it's the best, I think. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get anything. I knew she was going to say that because it's clear. I don't get anything for saying that. You see I'm scraping the sides really well. I do that as I go, and the bottom. Okay, so now this is very thin because we just mixed it, and if we let it sit here for just a little bit, it'll thicken up. You want your room to be warm. You don't want to do this in a cold room. So when you do it in the winter, you need to be inside, not out in the shed, you know, where it's really cold or anything. It won't cure properly, and you won't even you'll have a hard time just because it'll be runny. So I honestly, if I'm not timed like this on an event, I'll just let it sit here while I do other things. In fact, I'm going to show you what these look like just since we can. Painting blue on the sides. Am I painting blue on the sides? You mean like that? Like this? So we should come to Texas. Yes, I think we should. I think everybody should come to Texas. I think we should have a little Art and Grace retreat here in Cowtown, and y'all can ride the bull and watch the stampede or whatever they call it, the trail ride thing. Of course, you got to visit Billy Bob's. It's a really fun place. You know, even during the daytime you can go and see everything. But see how that's cute too? So that's why I said I think that's cute too. So don't discount these little marble things. I really like them. Okay, so let's get to going. So what I'm going to do is put just a little bit down, enough that will hold everything in place while I'm working. So I'm going to put a little bit and spread with my little stick. I have a jillion tutorials. The easiest place to find them, and this may be one reason that I get that Facebook doesn't like me, is I have told y'all where to go to see all of my resin tutorials, and it's not here. It is that video place with the red arrow. But to be honest, it's just the easiest place to find things because you can see the thumbnails. I mean, I have the hardest time even changing my thumbnail on Facebook. But anyway, I've got lots of them you can watch. And I have a couple of classes that are the most detailed, and they go into everything, even disposing of your resin afterwards and things, and how to fill your butane torch if you have one. So anyway, we've got that spread. Now we can start doing our blue. I am going to turn it upside down because that will be the easiest way for me, and then I think y'all will be able to see it best. So just going to eyeball that to get it centered, and we're going to do all this blue around. Hi Phyllis, well I'm glad you're seeing me for the first time. Welcome, welcome. Do we have some VIPs in the house today? I know I've seen some. Christy, Brooke, I saw Gloria, I saw Lisa. Who else did I see? I think I saw Sherry. Now I can't remember who all I saw. I'm usually trying to do 2 things at once, so I'm just gonna kind of go around. There's really, you can do this a number of ways. Some people dump the glass, which I will do down on the red part, but for this part I tried it both ways and I liked it like this. I liked it flat up here, but you can totally dump your glass if you want to. How we doing? How we doing? VIP in the house? Yes, Debbie's a VIP. So happy to have her and get to know her better. Being in the VIP group is just a blessing for me. I mean, I say being in it, but I mean, it's mine. But just the ladies are amazing. We support each other. We pray for each other. We get to see each other's art and crafts that we do, and you know, ask advice. People will say, hey, what do you think of this? And hey, I did this, and here's my grandson, he painted this, and it's just so fun. So if you have been wishing you knew how to paint or do glass art, or wishing you had a community, even if you don't really know how much you'll paint, there are ladies in there that are there for the community of it, and that's great too, because you'll relax while you watch other people do the art. So even if you're not sure how much you would do it. But I will be opening soon. So get on that wait list so you know when. But it's going to be very soon. It's been quite a while because I've really wanted to focus on the people that are in there and really, you know, spend my time on them. And opening it up takes time and energy, and so I'm just had to get to a place where I had the free time to do that. I love this blue glass. I know it may be hard for y'all to see on camera, but it is so pretty. This is just crushed glass. I buy it this way, already crushed. You can get it on Amazon, and I do have an Amazon storefront. So if you go to my page, just my regular Art and Grace page here on Facebook, you know, I've got the link tree thing pinned, so you'll see it. And you can go to that Amazon storefront and find the list for, I have a list for my favorite art supplies and my favorite resin supplies, my favorite craft supplies. I used to do in-person paint parties, so I still have that list on there for supplies that I used for that. I still would like to do those again sometime, but I've got a back issue that really, it's very hard on me to do anything like that now. Okay, so if you noticed, there is foil on one side, or like, see the coating is like a foil coating. And so what I'm doing when you see me turn it over is I want that glass side up and the foil on the bottom. That's just personal preference of mine. Y'all doing okay? Hi, Tanya. Kim says VIP. Yes, ma'am. So glad y'all are here. Thank you. Thank y'all for being here. Sundays are always, I never know if anybody's going to be around, or what do y'all do on Sunday? We're tired on Sunday. I think it's literally like the day we always have a nap, because we've just done it forever. My husband's a pastor, so he's always tired. You know, it's pretty, you expend a lot of energy to preach, and so he's tired, and then of course I'm tired just because I'm always tired. Anybody else like that, where you could take a nap every day if you could? So I do look forward to a Sunday nap. No nap today, because I would rather watch you guys today and the other crafters, and you know, not going to kill me to miss a nap. It's fun. This is really relaxing for me to kind of place these pieces, and I'm going to open another bag. The ones in the bag also are ones that I have cleaned, so I will take this and put it in a strainer and wash it off, so that it's really nice and clean. Sometimes when you get this glass, it's pretty dusty, and it's going to happen. So even in the time I ship it to you, it'll have a little bit more dust, because, you know, it's rubbing together and just kind of getting those particles. So I don't always even do that, though. So you don't, it's not a necessity. You don't have to, but it usually will sparkle a little better if you do. But like I said, I don't always. Sometimes I just take my finger and kind of brush off if I see a little bit of dust. It has, Cheryl, it's always so cool how everybody's different. And so, you know, we're all in the same genre, but we all do things. Oh my goodness, is my time almost up? What? Are you serious? How did this happen? 4:15, right? To 5. This is craziness. Oh, I had no idea. Y'all. Wow. I would have been going faster. See, that's when I talk, I go slow. Good grief. Well, we're almost done with the blue. I'm going to throw on the red. And then I will use my little butane torch and get any bubbles out of the resin that I pour over it. And then it will cure overnight, and I'll come in here in the morning and take a picture of it, and then it will fully cure in 72 hours. So I don't mail anything right away. If somebody asks me to make them a piece, it'll be a few days, because I let it fully cure before I ship it. It just continues to harden over the next couple of days. So same, let's do it quickly. We've got 2 minutes. So same with this. I will pour the resin. You can, for time's sake, we're going to pour the resin and kind of move it around with our stick. But because this has all got resin under it, we did that first, it's going nowhere. So once that resin cures, that glass is on there forever. Forever and ever and ever. Amen. And do y'all know that song? Forever. That's Randy Travis. Wait, Randy, what's his name? Is it Randy Travis? The guy that had the stroke? So, I wish I had more time. I'm so bummed that I took so long. It is going to be pretty when it's cured, and I hope y'all can tell that it will be. It always just looks so much better the next day in the light and everything, but I'm going to get some red on here to show y'all. So you're just going to take that red and we can just sprinkle it all the way down. You know, sometimes if I'm doing something like this, I'll take my ruler or something else and kind of, you know, try to keep it from going. But you just scrape it over to where you need it. It's really no big deal. If it gets in the white, you're just going to move it over with your stick. Like so. Okay, guys, I think my time is up. I want you to be sure and hit refresh in the group so that you can see Tracy with Craftin' Mom's Corner Market. Cheryl and Sheila, thank you again so much for inviting me. I appreciate you ladies more than you know. I will also be adding white on top of here, so be sure you come back tomorrow and look for that picture. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.